Hi everyone, this is one of our Just Move videos, so we're just going to move. There will be very little explanations, it's all about just getting a quick, short, sharp blast in. So without further ado, no equipment, we're going to come down to the mat and we're going to begin the way the original repertoire began, which was doing the 100. Now please be aware of your head, neck and chest, whether or not it's appropriate for you to lift your head, neck and chest. Please think about your own body and your capabilities throughout. So our legs are glued together, collarbones are nicely open, hands are down by our sides. You're going to take a wide full inhale, and as you exhale, lift your head, neck and chest up, reach your arms away, and if you can, float those legs. If you can't, please make it one leg. Arms hover as well, stomach drawn in, and we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep working on your breathing. If it's too much for you, you can bring those legs into bent knee. You can start with your legs in bent knee, but ideally, we're outstretched. Draw that stomach away from your low clothing. I absolutely can't count and talk, so we'll do 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the legs, head, neck and chest comes down. Arms come all the way back behind you. We're going straight into the roll up. The arms come up. You inhale as you lift head, neck and chest. And exhale all the way up with a gentle reach forwards. Again, drawing your hip bones lightly backwards, all the way down. Lovely flexibility, mobility for your spine. And inhale as you lift head, neck and chest. And exhale as we take that little reach forwards. And again, all the way back. Keep gluing those legs together. Lift the head, neck and chest up and up to come over. And we're just going to do one more of these. Careful you don't overly clamp chin into chest. Bringing the arms up, a little bit of length at the back of the neck, all the way up to come over. Now if you can, we're going straight into the roll over. So make sure there's plenty of space behind you. To be safe, we'll lift one leg up at a time, reach the legs up, draw the hip bones lightly backwards, come up and over, flex deeply through your ankles, really find an evenness left to right on both arms, lovely length in the neck as we bring it down, circle a little away, up to come over, find that flow, flex your ankles, chin away from chest, all the way down and circle around, up and over, flex deeply, push those heels away from you, all the way down, and again, up to come over, flex deeply, and lay the bones all the way down. Now let's lay one leg down, the other into bent knee. If you can, you're going to reach that leg up towards the ceiling. I'm really thinking about pulling the seat bone on my outstretched leg up towards my bottom as we circle around and back, around and back. 2 more and back. Last one and back. 4 going the other way. How stable can you find yourself on the mat? Beautiful length through the entire spine. Keep breathing wide and full. We'll just do 1 more. All the way up. Pause. Bend that knee. Reach the leg away from you. Drag the other leg into either bent knee or to the straight leg. Open those collarbones, pull the bottom ribs in, come across, around and up. You're thinking hip mobility and breathing and stability of your pelvis, and around, around and pause. And we go 4 the other way. Try and make them even sized circles. 2 more from here, around. And last one, all the way around and pause into bent knee, drag your other foot in, little bit of length at the back of the neck as you lift your head, neck and chest, and a linking move to bring ourselves all the way up for a little rolling like a ball. So draw those toes towards the bottom, deepen your flexors, drop your eyes a little, lift both feet, hold. No firm gripping as we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Try and make sure that your head doesn't clunk on the mat behind you. Treat it rather like a massage, this, and go a little lighter on those hands if you can. Deepen that breastbone, and we'll just do one more. All the way back, and pause. Now, if you can, hold underneath your shins, lift, and find that balanced position. We're going to tip the hip bones lightly backwards, and we're going to come up and lift the heart center. Lift your eyes, bringing it back. And again, lift. Just one more, bringing it back. And lift. Not too straight in the arms. And then bring the legs in and down. And just push yourself a little back on your mat. We're going to do a little spine stretch forwards. So pull the seat bone out from underneath the bottom on each side. Flex deeply through your ankles. The feet are about mat width apart and the arms come in front. Create a little length at the back of the neck, and slowly from there, bringing your head between your arms, pause. Think about gliding your arms along a glass table whilst you draw your abdominal wall back. You push your seat bones back away from you to lengthen those hamstrings. And restack, low back, middle back, upper back, and eyes. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Feel that your seat bones pull right back towards the back of your mat. Stretching out the back of the legs, reaching through the crown of the head. And restack, low back, middle back, upper back, and eyes. One more. Little length at the back of the neck, and feel that opposition of your seat bones pushing back behind you. Your abdominal wall is gently supporting your low back. Flex your ankles. And this time I'm going to place my thumbs so that they're facing upwards. The palms are facing each other. Lift the head, neck, and chest up. Push the breastbone forwards and up, just as we did with that last open leg rocker. And then bring your arms back. So we're looking at extension work again here. As we pulse back and back, just with that upper arm bone, back and back. We'll do three more if you can. And back and back. Now allow everything to come all the way forwards. Restack, low back, middle back, upper back, eyes. Take the legs a little wider, sitting up. We're going to do our little soul position. Now remember, any disc issues, regardless of how historical, you never add flexion and rotation. But if you can, front thumb up, back thumb down, think spine stretch forwards to saw off that little toe and restack all the way back. Rotation, thumb up, thumb down, a little length at the back of the neck and saw forwards. Two more each side and saw. Anchor that opposite seat bone. Middle back rotators here working and saw. One more each side. Rotate around and saw off that little toe. Again, watch you not clamping the chin to the chest and saw. All the way back up. Hands come down, bring your legs onto the mat, and you can either position your hands so that the fingertips are pointing backwards, or you can take them out to the side. It's entirely up to you. We're going to do a little leg pull supine. So open your collarbones. Watch the hands aren't too far behind you. Allow your breastbone to be lifted. Imagine somebody was prodding you a little between the shoulder blades, and we lift everything up. Back of the body working hard. Lower back down with control. And again, lift everything up. And keep those collarbones open as you come back down. We have just one more. Lifting everything up and lowering carefully. carefully back down. Now we're going to come onto our sides. I'm going to come onto the elbow. You can always come down onto a flat arm if it's easier for you. Underside leg bent, top leg long and lengthened. Up to you with the other hand, whether it's in front of you or pushing that top hip away from you. We're going to bring it forwards and we're going to kick it back. We come forwards, we kick it back. So I want you to feel as you kick it back that that bottom starts to work because your hip extensors are working. Back, back, back. Forwards, forwards, forwards. Back, back, back. Keep lifted on the underside waist. Head, neck and chest as still as you can manage. Forwards, kick it back. We go forwards, kick it back. One more. Forwards, kick it back. Hold it here. Hold. Watch you're not collapsing through the underside waist. And we're going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Hold. Bring it all the way back. Bringing it down. Slowly from there we're going to come up onto our single arm. Bring your front leg now so that it is just tucking in between your ankle, where the ankle forms into the foot. I've made the legs a little straighter. Spread the weight through 5 fingers. We're going to do a little side plank, pushing those legs to straight and lift up and over. Bringing it all the way back and all the way back down. Again, pushing all the way up. Lift that waist on the underside and all the way back down. And again, lift, 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 lift. Lift that waist and all the way back and all the way back down. From there, a little lateral flexion coming up to come over, stretch, a baby rotation forwards, back to center, a baby middle back rotation to the ceiling, back and all the way down. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So from here, find that elbow, underside leg remains bent, top leg reaches out, bring it up so that it's about hip height, there or thereabouts, top hand preferably on top hip, feeling that underside waist lifted. We're going to bring it forwards with a flexion, back with a pointed toe, flex and point, flex and point, flex it and point it, flex and point. Try and not just swing, make it controlled. Try and keep your upper body as stable as you can manage. And back and forwards and back and forwards. We'll do 3 and back, 2 and back, 1 and back. And this time hold it back there. Really straighten that leg. It's not allowed to be bent. And a little pulse. Up, 2, 3. Lift the underside waist. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend that leg. Bring yourself onto your palms. Spread the weight through 5 fingers. Reach the leg a little away from you so the angle is lessened behind the knee. And then tuck that heel in. Just where the ankle starts to form into the foot. Push your hips a little forwards, the knee is very open, and we straighten both legs and energy through the crown of the head as you lift, 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 lift. And then back up and all the way with control back down. Straightening the legs, reach, my top foot is flat to the floor, all the way up and all the way back down. We're going to do one more. Straighten those legs, lift the waist all the way up. And pause and bringing it down to the Z position. Think lift first, up to come over, hold that wrist and pull up towards the ceiling. Stretch. And then a baby middle back rotation towards the floor, all the way back and a rotation towards the ceiling. And back, lifting all the way up and down. Sticking with rotation. Sit on both seat bones, feet don't need to be together. And you're going to think about keeping your spine as straight as you can as you draw one arm back as though you're taking a pistol out from the back pocket. And then we switch to the other side, middle back rotation. And we switch. And we switch. and we switch, and we switch. Now from here we can hold the same concept of the middle back rotating and back and rotating and back. Arms could be long. If you want to, you can reach those legs out, pull the seat bones out from underneath. Really find that rotation. Breathe out, inhale, exhale, inhale. Watch you don't go too far, and be really careful that you're not allowing your eyes to do this. And one more, and back. Bring your legs around as a pair. We're coming into a little plank for a moment. So each of your hands, spread the fingers out. You're going to take one foot back, stabilize the shoulders, take the other foot back and hold it here. Really feel the straightness of the legs, the length of your neck, the chin is not clamped to the chest, and we're going to bring it back and we're going to push it forwards. Watch that the feet are close enough to enable that. Bringing it back and push it forwards. And again, bringing it back and pushing it forwards. Hold and breathe. Bring the knees down. Slowly from there, bring it back so that we come to just this little box position again. So we can push middle finger and big toe away and now reach them both away. Nice straight leg, nice straight arm. Hold and breathe. Now I want you to bring elbow towards knee, rounding, curling your tail underneath you, and reach it out again. And again, in, and pushing it out. Bringing it in, and pushing it out. One more, and pushing it out. And slowly from there, the hand and knee come down at the same time as you push opposite. Middle finger, big toe away, and lift. Hold it here for a second. A little internal rotation almost of that back leg. And then just as we did at the beginning, rather like a cat stretch, you curl the tail and you curl the entire upper body and then reach it away. We curl the tail and the upper body and reach it away. And we'll do two more. Curl the tail and reach it away. Last one. Curl the tail and reach it away. Hold. And slowly from there, bringing your knee back down, taking your hands forwards for a second. Bring your hands so that they are directly under your shoulders, but we've got quite a large angle at our hip. So we've got an obtuse angle at the hip so that we can do a little bit of push-ups here. Now you need to make sure that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And we're simply going to bend the elbows, bring it down. Push straight back up. And again, bend the elbows so they're tucked in by our sides. Send the mat away from you as you come back up. This is 3. And pushing it back up. If you can only come halfway, that's fine. But towards the floor if you can. And bringing it back up. We'll just do 2 more. Down. And pushing it back up. 1 more. And pushing it back up. Take a little moment and we're going to come all the way down onto our tummies now. So the arms are by our sides. Push the thigh bones away from you, pubic bone heavy, stomach lightly lifted. Give your arms a little break by lifting head, neck and chest up. Take the arms out a little, spin the upper arm around. So we just do a nice simple dart position here. Holding and breathing. We can work the bottom while we're here by pulling the heels together, straight as you can with those legs, and we'll do little heel beats. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Straighten those legs more if you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. We've got one more set. Get those upper inner thighs to squeeze together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Open the collarbones. Rest the legs down. Bring the hands either side of your mat, nails level with about your hairline. Lift your head, neck and chest up. Allow your eyes to follow a line that goes along the floor towards the skirting boards, all the way up the wall. The ribs are following the eyes as you lift, 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 lift. And then allow the elbows to come down, the belly button, ribs, breastbone and face. Bring your hands so they're a little closer to the tops of the shoulder and on the mat. If you want to intensify this, open the collarbones, push your elbows towards the end of the mat, lift the eyes, they follow that line again, stretching out the front of the body. Collarbones are beautifully open, and again elbows down. And the last one from here, push those elbows towards the end of the mat, the pubic bone is weighted, lift the head, neck and chest, pause, you might want to keep it here, stomach is lightly lifted, and then the eyes follow that line along the floor, the ribs follow up the mat, really feel yourself open through the front of the hips, and then bend the elbows to bring it all the way back down. Hands push you up. Take a little stretch back, if you need to one side, up and over opposite heel, up and over again, and to the front, and restack. Low back, middle back, upper back, and eyes. Just a quick lift, lower, a lift, a lower. Getting into those ankles, really working on them at the moment. Lifting, lowering, lift, lower, lift and lower. Now from there, we're going to do a little bit of bridge. So draw your hip bones lightly backwards, bring it all the way down, hands by your side, feet that little bit closer towards your bottom. Draw your hip bones lightly backwards, peel the spine all the way up, knees pointing forwards, thinking about the pubic bone lifting, your seat bone lights, flick into full beam. Take the arms back behind you and melt the spine all the way back down. Arms come back down, and again draw your hip bones slightly backwards, lifting all the way up, flick those seat bone lights up, arms come back and melt the spine all the way back down. We have one more. Draw the hip bones all the way back and up, hold it here, squeeze an imaginary ball between your knees, a little lateral translation of the spine by just imagining we're on a skateboard, sliding the pelvis to one side, stay at the same level and slide to the other side. Back to center with the spine, come down one vertebra. Slide to one side. Back through center. Glide that pelvis on the imaginary skateboard back to center, down one vertebra. We can do two more across to the side. Don't twist the pelvis. Imagine back to center, one more. Imagine that there was a spirit level bubble between hip bone and hip bone. Knees remaining really still as you're drawn across, back to center and all the way back down. From there, articulate all the way back up, hold, flick those seat bone lights into full beam. Find yourself squeezing an imaginary ball just now with the left leg as the right comes all the way up. And you're going to hold and you're going to toe tap down and back up, toe tap down and back up. And if it all is going well for you, you're going to pause, careful of those ribs, open the collarbones, reach the leg up, lower just beneath the knee, flex, kick up, lower, flex, kick up, lower, flex, kick up, lower, flex, kick up, hold, bend, place the foot back down again. Articulate your spine all the way down, find neutral spine, almost like a recalibration this time. Lift straight up. And from there, squeeze an imaginary ball, this time with just the right thigh bone as that left comes up and hold. And then from there, a little gentle toe tap and up. A gentle toe tap and up. Gentle toe tap, not altering the pelvis at all. If all is going well, you can straighten that leg. And we would lower and flex up, lower, flex up, lower, flex it up, 3 more, kick it up, 2 more, kick it up, 1 more, kick it up, hold, lower straight down, Take a hold of that leg by the calf or wherever you can. Push your pelvis forward so your seat bones are pointing down into dipped beam. Reach the other leg away. Lift your head, neck and chest up. Elevate slightly that leg and we pull, pull and switch. Pull, pull and switch. Pull, pull and switch. Pull, pull and switch. Feeling that hamstring. Really keeping your seat bone on the pulled leg pulled away from you as much as possible. So that seat bone is pushing down. One more. And now we'll hold. Bring it to bent knee. Clasp the hands behind the middle skull and add a rotation. Switch the legs. Rotation. And a rotation. And rotation. We switch. And switch. Switch. And switch, switch, and switch. Just a couple more, and switch. Last one, and hold. You can rest your head down if you wish, bringing your legs all the way up. And you can lower those legs just as far as feels good to you and bring it back up. If all is well, lift the head, neck and chest and glue those legs together. Keep that little thread on your tail, pulling 1 millimeter up towards the ceiling, the tail. Go 2 more. Push the legs away from you, bringing it back up. Last one, and all the way back up, back to bent knee. Circle those thigh bones a couple of times one way, and a couple of times the other way. And just hold those thigh bones out to the side, giving yourself a lovely inner thigh stretch. So I'm pushing down onto those knees. Then bring it back in, lift your head, neck and chest. A gentle rocking action to bring yourself back up, spinning it around. We're going to find a little upside down V, pushing it up, and push those heels down as best you can. Spike your seat bones. Release one, a little walking in place again. Be careful that your knee doesn't splay out to the side. Push down, push down, push down, and push down. We'll just do a couple more, each side. Push them both down, spike the seat bones, walk the feet towards the hands, spike the seat bones all the time. Hang one hand into the other, or one arm into the other, and just hold it here. Really weight bear down through your head. Let everything come down to the floor and slowly restack. Low back, middle back, upper back, and eyes. One arm comes up. A lateral flexion with length first to come all the way over to the side. A little hip sway. Perhaps as you add a little gentle pull back to center, lift it back up and down, and again up to come up and over. Stretch all the way back up and just circle and circle and circle. Bring it up, reach all the way down.